Hi everyone, my name is Crystal and I'm the National Coordinator for 24/7 Prayer here in Scotland. Lloyd asked me to share something with you around my passion for prayer and to encourage you with a little story in prayer. In my early 20s, now I was raised in church. I gave my life to Jesus when I was quite young. I grew up praying. It was my default response when a family member was ill or a friend was going through something tough. But in my early 20s, I had this, I would say, life-transforming revelation about prayer. That prayer is the place where we get the privilege of not just sharing with God, because prayer, it's very basic. It's just conversation with God, right? So in that place of intimate relationship with Him, we get to not just share our desires, our wants, what is on our heart, but we have the immense privilege of hearing what is on the heart of God for the world around us, for our lives, for our communities, our cities, our friends, our families. And then through prayer and saying our yes and amen to His dreams and desires, we get to partner with Him and making those dreams become reality. Now, dreaming has always been really important to me. Growing up, life was not easy in my young years. And what got me through was this ability to believe and dream of a better day. And so this realization that God is the ultimate dreamer. And through prayer, I get to partner with Him in not just hearing what those dreams are, but making them reality. I was just like, I'm in. I want a piece of this. I want to be part of this. I want to be God's partner in dreaming dreams for this world and making them into reality. There's a quote I love by T.E. Lawrence that says, "All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their minds wake up in the day to find it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dreams with open eyes to make it possible." This is what we get to do with God in the place of prayer. And a little story to encourage you in that is a number of years ago when I lived in Aberdeen, I had a real heart to see something called prayer spaces in schools happen in our schools in Aberdeen. I saw how the young people were struggling, and I just wanted to see them encounter the presence of God in that place of prayer, being able to bring to Him all the things that were worrying them and stressing them out. I even had a couple of Christians tell me, oh, prayer spaces in schools will never happen here in Scotland. Definitely not in Aberdeen. And I had no links into the schools at the time, so God said, pray. So I did. And I just began to pray, and I spent a year praying for 2 schools specifically for their doors to be open to prayer spaces in schools. I won't go into all the details because we could be here all day, but what I can tell you is a massive number of primary schools and secondary schools across Aberdeen have not only run prayer spaces in schools once, but many of them have made it part of their yearly curriculum. And churches and chaplaincy teams continue to deliver these week-long prayer spaces in schools, even though I'm no longer in Aberdeen. I'm now here in Edinburgh. And that just shows you the far-reaching effects that our half faith-filled prayers can make. And so I want to encourage you to dream big with God today and pray big with Him.